Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Jack Graham here, Realtor with Simply Vegas, and today I'm going to show you the southwest of the Las Vegas Valley. First off, we're going to talk about crime, we're going to talk about school districts, real estate prices, before we go into the driving part. What I'm going to do is try to get you a good representation of this part of town to see if this is the right match for you if you're thinking about moving out here and establishing yourself in the southwest of the Las Vegas Valley. This will give you a good idea whether or not this is the right spot for you. You know, is it the lifestyle that you are looking for? Do you like that desert living as an option? You know, that's what we're gonna try to go and explore for you in this video. I hope you guys like it. If you do, hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. I do have these videos of all the new construction parts of town where there's a lot of people that are moving out to. So if you guys are interested in those, reach out to me and I'll send you the link to all of those, or I might leave some links throughout the video up. They will appear occasionally on the video. Now let's get into it right away. Today we're going through the southwest, but first I have to show you what the southwest actually means. And you look at this map, look where I'm at. I'm in Southern Highlands. Southern Highlands is this triangle here, all built out. I'm actually in a shopping plaza, which I'll show you in a second. This is the 15 freeway. This is the strip. Airport is right here. So you can see the center of town. This is where the strip is. Airport. We're in the southwest, though. Anything left of the 15 freeway and anything south of the 215 freeway, that's what we're gonna tour today together. And you can see there's a lot of spots here, a lot of land that is open where they're building, which is great for new construction. And we're gonna go through it, show you the price ranges and all that good stuff. Now, one thing I want to show you first is here. This is the website. It's called neighborhoodscout.com. If you want to do some more research here, you can. It'll be great for you if you're looking to move out here. Remember that 215 freeway? You can go back on the video and see what I meant. 215 freeway is somewhere over here, and then the 15 freeway is right here. So you see this area is like a little bit orange area versus Summerlin right here is like pretty red. And then maybe this is the east side oops, that was a mistake. Or right here around the strip, it's nice and yellow. That is the most expensive neighborhoods in Las Vegas. That means Summerlin is going to be the most expensive per square foot. Then we have Southwest. You know, it's pretty expensive, but not as expensive as some neighborhoods, like older neighborhoods near the strip, where usually you have a higher crime rate. Talking about crime rate, we'll go back and I'll show you the crime rate that we have here in the southwest. Now this is Southern Highlands. You see it's a little bit higher, same as this part of town right here, but there's different zip codes where they're building new construction homes, where usually on new construction homes we have higher pricing. But this is the crime map. This is something everybody should be familiar with. And this is the kind of research that I do with my clients. You know, all over Zoom calls before they come and move out here. I give them this kind of information. So you're getting it for free from me. But remember that 215 freeway, that's, oops, I pressed it again. It's right there. You can see it kind of right there. And then the freeway, the 15 freeway is straight down right there. So anything in this quadrant from right here is the southwest. And as you can see, it is very light blue. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means that there's very little crime in this area compared to, for example, around the strip on the east side, where these are older construction homes, or compared to, for example, Summerlin. Summerlin is right in this area, right? You can see the very light blue. Or, for example, the northwest is another part of town that doesn't have much crime. As you can see up there, it's very low in crime all around the outskirts of town. Now, obviously, if you press on Henderson, everybody says is like one of the least crime, you know, concentrated areas. That is there's less crime. They say that's debatable. Some parts do have some crime and some other parts do have less. But anyway, let's get back to our video. This just to give you a good idea. So crime rate is pretty low. We have real estate prices are above the average, I would say, in the valley. And you can buy a lot of new construction homes. We have this first plaza. I love this plaza. It's right next to where I live. We have Ace Hardware, lots of, great clips. We have the Smith's Marketplace. This is most likely where you would come and do groceries if you live nearby this area, which I'm going to show you some new construction homes as soon as we get out of this plaza. But this just gives you an idea a little bit what to expect, Everything you need is going to be here. There are a lot of restaurants available. Verizon, T-Mobile, Chase Bank is nearby. I think there's a Nevada State Bank over here. Walgreens. I mean, it's a big plaza with everything you need. Even McDonald's. I haven't been there in 3 years. I don't know who goes to McDonald's. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean that. It was a joke. I'm sure a lot of you guys go there. Anyway, let's get into this. So, right here is Cactus, and this is Decatur that we're driving on. So, Cactus is the intersection that we're about to cross. However, I think I'm gonna make a right turn now. And here's why. We're gonna go to the new construction community of Cambria by D.R. Horton. Cactus is a pretty major street. It does have some commercial, usually on the big intersections. See Bank of America, restaurants, there's Del Taco, Liquor World, Tire Works. Pretty much like all your day-to-day stuff, you'll have it right here. Right off of Cactus here, we have a community that's called Cambria Bay, built by D.R. Horton. This is probably one of the least expensive single-family homes that you can find in the Southwest Valley. And specifically here in Enterprise, this part of town is a little bit less developed. You can see over to the left, there's open land. As we drive through this part of town, you'll see what I mean. Although there are a lot of builders that are coming in and building a lot of homes here in this part of town. Cactus does connect to the freeway straight ahead. It goes straight to the 15 freeway, just like not even a minute away from here. We are gonna take a left, however. You see this big piece of land right here? This is where they're gonna build even more. It could be commercial, however, because it is off of Cactus. You do have some new construction homes. We're gonna go and see those right there. Where's Cambria Bay? Did I pass it? Maybe I did. Let's see. Oh no, I didn't. It's the next, it's right after this light right in front of me. Now, you can see the South Point Casino. That one is right next to the 15 freeway as well. That's a major, attraction over here in the Southwest. A lot of people go there for movie night or buffet, restaurants. Also, just north of us here, another thing that a lot of people do tend to go to is Town Square. That's where I go a lot, right here. There's a lot of activities for kids. They have a big park, water splash. It's kind of like an outdoors outlet, as well as restaurants. This is the freeway just in front of us. So easy access to the freeway. And And then right to the left here, we have D.R. Horton. As you can see, more commercial around this. Gas stations, obviously we are next to a freeway access point, so there's going to be all of that. Lots of traffic today. These are going to be some of your least expensive homes, as I mentioned, in the Southwest. We have 3 to 4 bedroom options with the loft as well. Anywhere between 1715 square feet going up to 1865 square feet. We have, prices are ranging anywhere around $470 for the smaller floor plan, all the way up to about $490 for the higher price homes. If you guys want to go see them, check out on my YouTube channel, Cambria Bay Jack Graham, and it should show up. Here are some of the homes. The neighborhood is pretty big. It goes, as you can see on the map, it goes behind us over here as well. And they have some really good interest rates. They just rolled out recently a 3.99% interest rate, FHA or VA, and that is fixed for 30 years. Unless you have a conventional, it'll be 4.99%, which is still way subpar the average rate for, let's say, a resale home. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to a Lennar community. That's for if you want something bigger. This is not a starter home. It will be somewhere around $1 million for the house. So you're getting 4,200 square feet of a house, okay? Big lots. Because really, there's something for everyone here in the Southwest. You can get a nice starter home, but starter home, it's in the upper 400s. It's still an expensive home, but it is considered a starter home out here in the Southwest. Although there are some even better deals out here that you just have to be, if you stay for the whole video, you'll see all the new construction available homes. Vandalia here, this is going to be townhomes coming up, probably going to be in the low 400s, I would assume. Here's some Pulte homes. This is one of the spots where they're building. However, this is not where their model homes are. Their model homes are nearby. We're going to see them in a little bit. We're going to go to Delamar in a second. Delamar and Hayford are the communities. But this is where they're building. This is their next piece of land where they're building. And right on that side, let's make a right here. There's Lennar. There it is, Lennar. Anywhere between 3,800 square feet going up to 4,200 square feet on those homes. Big 2 stories, next gen. I have videos, drones, footage of all of these, so check them out. But yeah, these are the model homes. I believe the biggest one is $1,080,000. The Samuel floor plan. This one was somewhere around $1,020,000, just like 500 square feet less. Beautiful 2 stories. Check it out. Go to my YouTube channel and search for Decano, Decano, by Lennar. You'll see these big 2 stories if you're interested. Also, down here, I'm going to show you on the map where we're going next. Now we're headed west. I'm going to show you off of Decatur, right here, some Pulte homes, because they have some really good options by Pulte over here. And then after that, we'll go north. We'll go see some other builders such as KB Home by Novi. That's probably the least expensive home that I can find down here in the Southwest. There's a new community, by the way. Let's go see it. By Beezer. It's called Marigold. These are going to be single-story homes. They're anywhere between 2 to 4 bedroom homes. Really nice, but they're going to be in the 500s, these ones. So if you want something like, this is a very much needed product, I'll tell you that, because in the Southwest, you're going to see throughout this video, we don't have many single-story homes. So the fact that they're adding this is beautiful. They used to have Richmond that was selling single-family homes like this, but my assumption is these are probably going to be somewhere in the 600s even, because it is so much needed, this product in this part of town, that unfortunately, you know, that this is probably the only single-story community where you can find it. And you know, they're really nice homes. Beezer does produce a really high quality product, although they have a bad rep for an accident that they had many years ago in the north side of town. They actually built some really good houses, and I've built some with my clients and they've been really happy. Really good product, I would say. Their insulation is the best out of all the builders in town. The SEER rating, they have the best SEER rating. They're the #1 in town, compared to the #2 would be KB. So they literally don't cut any corners when it comes to energy consumption and SEER rating, which is SEER is the energy efficiency rating that they have. Just north of us, we do have some townhomes that we're going to check out soon by TriPoint. But first, I'm going to show you on the other side of Decatur here some Pulte homes. These, where we're driving through, this is like the newer part. All of these homes were not here up to, I would say 3 years ago. This was all desert land. There was nothing here. So it is growing really fast. As a matter of fact, I did hear also recently in this area that there's a new project coming up. In fact, Red Rock Casino, which is also the builder of the Durango Casino and all those off-strip casinos, have actually purchased a piece of land. And I'll show you on the map where that is shortly. I wanted to get in here first. This is that Pulte community I mentioned, Delamar and Quinn Canyon. These are going to be 2 to 3 story options. 3-story right here. Nice luxury living on this one, these two. And then right next to it, we have a 2-story option. This is a great floor plan, 2,300 square feet. The Juniper, up to 5 bedrooms with 1 downstairs. Actually, no, this one doesn't have the 1 downstairs. But they have an option, the Mesquite, with a bedroom downstairs as well. And then on the other side, that is part of the Queen Canyon collection. So just go on to my YouTube channel again, put in Queen Canyon Jack Graham, and it'll show up. Or go to Jack Graham at Delamar. Delamar is the community by Pulte here. And this one has, as you can see, 2-story homes, about 3,000 square feet. There's 3 models. They're they do very well. The Calico floor plan is the first one. Then you have right next to it the what was it called? This one, the Egan. The Egan is this one actually. Then the other one was the Delano. Delano is a very popular one too. Then they also have a 4,000 square feet 3-story home. Beautiful product that they offer. However, it is more of a niche product. Not many people do like to go up the stairs, the 3-story option, but it does have its value, I would say, for sure. This is, again, Delamar by Pulte. Put in Delamar, Pulte, Jack Graham, it'll show up. Now, what you're gonna notice is across the street, we have townhomes built by D.R. Horton. That was Temple Trails, I believe it was. Well, Temple Trails is coming up next. We're going to go to it in a second as well. But this is an extension of that. This was called, I forgot what it's called. They built it about 1 or 2 years ago. They have their own name for it. We do have the Hayford collection. Oh, I gotta go show you that one too. Actually, you know what? We gotta try to speed it up, so I'm not gonna go to Hayford. But if you guys go back here, just one block down, you'll see there's gonna be another collection called Hayford. That's part of those homes that we just drove by over there, near the Lennar homes. Those are 4,000 square feet, 2-story homes, and they have a 3-story, 5,000 square feet home. It is amazing product. A lot of people really like that. It's sold like 3 or 4 homes in that specific community. They also have a Queen Canyon community, which is on that side. Same product as it's not called Queen Canyon. There's another name for it, but they have a different location where they build the same product as the Queen Canyon is what I'm trying to get to. Now, there is Spectrum Falls. This must be the new part of Spectrum Falls. Okay. There's Temple Trails is just north of here, but I think we're gonna go to that one later. Temple Trails, so if you put in Temple Trails on YouTube, and it is right, that community down there. There's townhomes, 2-story by D.R. Horton. Those are going to be at around 400,000. It could be anywhere 390 to 410 for different floor plans that are 1,300 to 1,400 square feet. 2-story townhomes, no backyard, but they do have a community pool and all those amenities. Right now, I just turned right on Silverado Ranch. I need to skip some of these communities because it is, and I apologize, but it is, it's not practical to go in and out. It takes too much time out of the video. And this video is more to give you an idea of where everything is and what's surrounding it. And then I can, if you want to go more into detail and see which product, I'll mention it right now, but then you can look up the video as I've been saying. Over to the right also, we have Tri-Point. This community is called South Ridge Point. They have a couple of townhomes left. These are going to be anywhere between 1,600 square feet to 2,000 square feet. 2-story townhomes. However, they do have a small backyard as well, compared to the other D.R. Horton that don't have it. But the pricing is going to be more because when you have a Tri-Point home, usually it's going to cost more. The quality of construction and upgrades is usually a lot better compared to other builders. Then next we're going to go to Brevi and Novi by KB. I definitely want to show you this community. I got to turn left anyway. But I was telling you earlier that Durango, the Durango casino owners, which is Red Rock Casinos, they just purchased, I believe it's this piece of land or this piece of land. And what they plan on doing is building a casino right here. The projects haven't been approved yet, but it's going to be pretty much the same as this South Point casino that you see right here. They're just going to build another one right here. So it's going to bring even more jobs, entertainment here to the southwest of the valley. And I think that's a great location because eventually the high-speed train rails are going to be, there's going to be a station, it's going to be somewhere right here. So you know how they are building that high-speed train rail from California? That will be, they'll have that station right there. So that's going to drive a lot of traffic. Imagine people working in, so right here, sorry, I gotta stop a second. We have Brevi just down the street. Same homes as the ones that we're gonna see here at Novi by KB. Again, look it up, Brevi, KB, Southwest, or Novi, KB, Southwest, Jack Graham, and you'll find this community. But KB offers these homes. They have a single-story option, 1,200 square feet. That's going to be your least expensive single-story option in the Southwest because the price is going to be around $420,000 base price. And then it's going to go up with lot premium and everything, you're probably going to be around $450 with upgrades out the door. We have big 2-story homes. Otherwise, that's the only single-story option they have in the Southwest. Other than these are coming up, I guess. But yeah, this is your 2-story option. We have the 1,700 square feet. It goes up to 2,124 square feet, and then 2,469. Probably the most popular floor plan that they build. Really nice homes. I was just here this morning for a client that just closed. Not closed, but they just did a new home orientation. They're closing in a couple of days. Congrats to Jeff for buying here. Beautiful. He got the 2,469. He went up to 5 bedrooms and 4 full bathrooms. Really, really great option. Now, we are going just north. You see those 2 stories right there? Just there. That is Lennar. They're building these 2 stories, 2,300 square feet, going up to 2,600 square feet. Really nice floor plans. Now, comparison between Novi and those ones. So Novi and Brevi, which are the same builder and everything, they have pretty much the same product. It is about $450-ish starting price for the 1,700 square feet 2-story homes, loft, backyard, all that good stuff, 2.5 bathrooms. Usually people are going to end up in the higher 400s for those. So very good product, similar to what we saw at Cambria Bay by D.R. Horton, but a little bit more customizable because D.R. Horton, they only do spec homes, same as Lennar. And KB lets you pretty much choose everything. And their upgrades are very, very reasonable, like the pricing, I mean. As far as the other community that you saw right there by Lennar, if you want to look it up, it is called Hinson Hills. Hinson Hills. Put in Lennar, John Graham, it'll show up. This is commercial. I'm not sure what this building is over here. Wonder if it tells me here, but I doubt it. But you see around us here, lots of land to build on. So this is likely going to be all single family residential. We do have a different zoning on this side, and that's because these are more custom homes, big single stories most of the time, low density single story homes. That's what they have planned for this part of town, specifically for that anything north of this lot right here, because every part of the Southwest is different. Look at this though. You got some nice single stories, some custom homes. It's got a nice character to it. A lot of people come here to the Southwest and they're not really a fan of it because of how desert it is. Still, you have to embrace the desert lifestyle here. It's a blessing sometimes to have such low humidity, and I hear it all the time. Oh, look at this guy has a farm. A lot of people come from other states such as Florida, Texas, after they retired out there, and they're like, I can't live over there. It's just too hot in the summer, too humid. I cannot stand the humidity. So when they come out here, it doesn't matter how high the temperature is, they feel great because of how it's just not that humid, and it takes a toll because you sweat so much when it's so humid and hot at the same time. It could be, a lot of people, from what I hear, is that I'd rather have a 115 degrees in Vegas. It doesn't get that hot. It's probably like 105 usually it gets in the summer of the worst months. I'd rather have a 105 temperature in Vegas with the dry heat compared to, let's say, 85, 90 degrees in Florida or Texas, where it's going to be super humid and I'm just going to be sweating all the time. So that's the feedback that I get. And a lot of people end up regretting moving out there, think, it's not going to be as hot as Vegas because Vegas is so hot. And they end up moving back from there to Las Vegas. Now, there are a lot of people, you know, that really can't stand the heat no matter what, and that's understandable, but just giving you guys the feedback. Lots of commercial right here. We're right off of Decatur and Blue Diamond now. Blue Diamond is a great major street that will allow you to get a lot of restaurants, exposure. I have to take this green light. It's a huge street. It's probably the biggest street in the Southwest. It's got like 5-6 lanes, as you can see. And then there's commercial things on both sides. You have Target, Albertsons, and then right after the major street, again, we go back to residential. Residential up here, we're gonna go towards the Western Trails Park. This is for those of you that are looking for a more of a ranch style, single story home, big lot kind of situation. This would be the part of town where we're headed to, where you can find that. And, you know, if you're looking for a resale, you will find that as well. You can find something a little bit older, maybe from the 70s, 80s, that is more of a ranch style home. Obviously, those are going to be low ceilings. Hold on a second. I'll show you here on the map where we're at. That is Decatur that we're driving on. And then you see the Western Trails Park right there. That's where we're gonna go. We're gonna make a right. There are some luxury homes over there to show you, and some Richmond American single-story ranch-style homes. As a matter of fact, I might not go there. I might just drive by a little bit, yeah. But you see all these custom homes on the right. This is on a major street, so I wouldn't suggest these specifically. But they are more ranch-style homes. Decatur right here connects to the freeway, the 215 freeway, that goes west to east, and it brings you to Summerlin as well. This is one of my favorite parts of town. I know it's not new, it's not fancy, like in a way where it's all clean cut landscaping and all, but it has character. I love this part. Look at this house right here. Brick stone in front. And then you have some two-story homes. These are luxury homes. You'll see they have casitas in the back. Big community. This one, I believe it's called, that was there once, Zocalo Cove, something like that. But most of the homes, however, are, you know, this is zoned for low density residential. So you're gonna get a lot of single stories, big square footage and all that stuff. Making a left. Just wanted to show you a little bit what the location is like here. To see the actual homes that you can buy ranch style, I'm gonna send you, I would send you here, which is Richmond American Homes, or here, which is Pulte. They have Daylight is the Pulte community, so look up Daylight Pulte Jack Graham, it'll show up. Or, and there it is with the Pulte community, you can see the blue sign right there. That's Daylight. And then they have RV garages. Those are going to be 1.3 million approximately. 1.3 to 1.5 half-acre lots, really nice homes. But just down the street, you have their competition, which is Richmond American Homes. Just down that street right there. And they offer, there it is, El Dorado Valley. Oops, sorry, I wasn't able to catch it on the camera, but El Dorado Valley, put in there, you'll find the El Dorado Valley, Richmond American Homes, Jack Graham, it'll show up. Oh, this is the Equestrian Park. I love this park. I come over here whenever I can. They do goat yoga. Isn't that a thing? What is it? Like sheep yoga? What's it called? Let me know down in the comments, guys. But it's like a goat yoga where they have a bunch of goats and then you lay on the grass and you do yoga with goats. Apparently, they say that it's more relaxing. But let me know what you guys think down there. But yeah, this is Decatur again. On to the right side, it will go onto the freeway. I'm not going to go on the freeway because I want to show you more of the southwest. It would be easier to get on the freeway to get around places. Right now, this is more of me going through it so I can show you what it looks like. But that's what you're going to get on this side. This is zoned for that low density residential, as I mentioned. Over here, you have a higher density. This is where we saw those new construction homes, 2 stories, but KB Novi and all of that. And then going up here, you have those bigger homes. 1.3 million for, actually 1.5 to 2 million for the Pulte Daylight. And then this one around 1.5 to 1.6 million for Richmond American Homes. These are all luxury ranch style homes, RV parking, casitas, all that good stuff, 4,000 square feet homes. But now we're headed over onto Rainbow. This is kind of like the heart of the Southwest, I would say. They just built a Costco right here. We're probably gonna drive by it, I don't know, but we're gonna go down here. We're gonna go down on Rainbow because there's a community here called Rainbow Crossing, and then there's another Lennar community over here. And I just want to show you how much grocery shopping there is on this street right here. Grocery and restaurants, they have so many things. They have Nevada Trail Park, and then this one connects to all of this, which is the Nevada Trail community. I used to live there, still own the house that I lived in. And then I'm gonna go down here and show you the Rainbow Crossing and all that, and maybe get onto Blue Diamond. And then after Blue Diamond, we go over down to the further part of the Southwest. They have a lot of new construction on this side. Over here, there's a couple of communities. We'll go and show them to you. But over here, as I mentioned, low density, a little bit more south where we started the video. That's more higher density, but still nice homes, but lower price range. You're gonna be in the 400s. I believe I forgot to mention where the KBs are. Those are gonna be around the 500. If you get the bigger floor plans, maybe 550 with all the upgrades. The Cambria Bay, high 400s. The Hinton Hills by Lennar, you're looking at mid 500s already. They are more expensive, but they do offer some really good interest rates. So it's a trade-off, right? What do you prefer? Do you prefer a lower interest rate, quick move-in home? Or do you prefer to go with, let's say, KB, where you can get a house that maybe is $50,000 less, same quality and all, but you will have, you know, a lower price, 50 grand less, and higher interest rate, maybe around 6.25. Right now, the time of this video, I've been seeing mortgage rates around 6.25 for a residential, you know, single family homes that you're gonna live in. Over to the left, we have this this structure here. You're gonna see it is it's very noticeable. A lot of people don't know what it is, but from what I heard, this is data storage. It's called Switch. It's a big company. They have pretty much, it's like a super high security place. Like nobody can get in there. You can see the fence that they have, very tall with those spikes on top, and it is really hard to get in there. Like you are risking your life if you try to get in there because there's very sensitive information. It's a data collection company. Pretty much they work with all the big Google and Microsoft and whatever to store data. So that's what that is, and it is a big structure. It keeps going. And all these businesses are coming here to the south, to the southwest, but also pretty much everywhere in Las Vegas. The city's just growing like crazy. I mean, every time you come out here, if you miss a year or two, you know, a lot of people that come and they haven't been here for 5 years, they see it as this is a different city. There was nothing here 5 years ago, right? And that's what's happening. It's just the way it is when you have such a high growth city where most people move to. You're gonna get more businesses coming here, and We have the sports teams coming, the stadiums going, the baseball stadium coming up soon, the new casinos building. So as it keeps growing, it grows even more. It feels like an exponential growth in a way. That's at least the experience that I've gotten from living here. I moved here back in 2011, straight from Italy, as a matter of fact. I was raised in Italy, and yeah, loved it ever since. Tried moving once, came back because I missed Vegas, and yeah, love this place. Okay, so this is Jones. We just went through a lot of residential homes, as you can see. This is more of a built-out part of town in the Southwest. Because of that, prices can be slightly more expensive if you're thinking about buying in this part of town. Not necessarily on resale, but on new construction homes, I know that they are. But on average, also resale will have the same impact. It just depends on where you go, what kind of builder you get. To the right, this is just an open piece of land. It's likely going to become something like... there's a lot of condos and low income. Well, more than low income. I don't think low income, because those condos, they're like luxury condos. They have a bunch of those out here in the Southwest. Oh, there's Rainbow. Rainbow is pretty much the major street in the Southwest that cuts it in half, north to south. So this is north, that's south. And the amount of commercial areas and everything you need, restaurants, groceries, like this is an Albertsons. It's amazing. Sprouts is right there. Nevada Trails is also on that side, is a big park. And then we go south here. We're gonna go just to show you a little bit around. But yeah, we do have some new construction homes. Oh, the Costco is up here. I don't think we're gonna be able to see the Costco, but you know how it is. Right off of the 215 and Buffalo area, so right around the corner. If you're a Costco person, you know, you go for the Costco holes, then grocery holes. This is the place to be. Like nearby this area is going to be amazing. Although there's another Costco, like for example, I live over in this area. You see, that's the Cranberry Bay that we went to. There's another Costco right here. That is not too far from this part of town. So if you are over here, you'll likely end up going to that Costco, or depends if you're in the area, you'll go up here. But they just built it, like in 6 months, they put up a Costco here, which is crazy to think of. And also, let's say there's a big plaza on this side. This one. You have everything: Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, if you're more of a Sam's Club lover. Now I'm gonna take this time to pitch my services to you guys. As you guys know, I do this pretty much for free to give you all this free value on YouTube. As much as I love to do that, I love even more helping people get into their dream home. So if you guys are interested in buying a home, you want an expert, someone that knows about new construction homes and resale as well. Although most of the homes I sell end up being new construction, I do sell more resale homes than 99% of resale home agents. So, you know, that's just the way it is. You can look me up on Zillow and my past sales. You'll see they're all over the place. They're resales, new construction, everything. But yeah, that's my pitch. I would love to help you and guide you, be that expert on your side that can pretty much tell you and find you right off, pretty much pulling at all this information from my brain right now. I don't have any notes or anything for all these homes and their price range and all. So you need someone that really knows their product and their city and their part of town. I'll be glad to help you and be that realtor to guide you through this, because I know how difficult it could be when you're moving to a new in a new town in the first place. But trying to find a realtor that really knows what you're talking about, and you're like, oh, I'm doing all this research, but I'm just telling my realtor about this community when he was supposed to tell me about it, right? I'm finding the homes. What is he doing? He's just accompanying me. Like, what value do you add to the table, right? So if you want that realtor that can really add the value and that can show you all these places without you even knowing about it, then I'm the realtor for you. Love to assist you. We just crossed Windmill. We have, it's a mix here in the Southwest. You can see here more condos. There are a lot of condos closer to the big streets like Rainbow and Blue Diamond. And then more inland, you see the more single family homes. And the cool thing about Las Vegas, however, it's on a grid system. So, I mean, if you get lost in Vegas, you've got a problem, because there's no way you can get lost. It is north to south streets, west to east streets. That's it. So grid system, super easy to figure out. Onto the right side, if you turn here, right behind that Legacy Traditional School, which is a great school, by the way, we have a community called Consensa by Lennar. These are single stories with RV garage, next gen, all that good stuff. So put in there Consensa, Lennar, Jack Graham, it will show up. And you have beautiful with RV parking, huge 2-story homes. Now to the left, we have Rainbow Crossing. They used to have the Estates community, which is sold out. Right now they have Rainbow Crossing Luxury. Check out that community. And then they have also Paldona. So put in Paldona, Pulte, Jack Graham, it'll show up. These are the same models that we saw in the Southwest. Remember those 3 stories? Very similar product to those over at Quinn Canyon. It's just that these ones are a little bit in a different location. Galway Grove, if you want those single, remember the El Dorado Valley that I showed you earlier up there? They have another one by Richmond over on this part of town as well. If you want to be more central in the Southwest, they do have some options out here. Although they're closing out that neighborhood. That's why they opened up El Dorado Valley, so they can move out there. This was pretty much Rainbow all the way until Blue Diamond. It keeps going here. They just built a lot of commercial buildings here that are still empty. That literally just finished all the way down there. There's a bunch of warehouses, so this is gonna bring a bunch of business also out here as well. A lot of housing is much needed. There's another Walmart here. They're prepping this land to the right side. I believe this is KB Home, because they have that community just up there that they built, and they're likely gonna do, oh no, this is gonna be a retail center. I just saw a sign right there. It showed a 3D image of the retail space that they had. It's kind of like a cool thing to have. Oh, over to the left, that's Exploration Peak. You can see on top of that mountain. We have a nice place to go hike. If you want to go for a 30-minute hike, this will be a great spot. They have a park just at the bottom of that mountain. Look at these nice luxury homes here. Beautiful. Look at that one, right off the mountain. Down here to the southwest, we're going closer to, what's it called? Blue Diamond and Fort Apache area. So that's all the way down here. We have a lot of new construction homes, so I'm gonna go show you those. And then we might go up here on this side. Probably not needed to go up here. I'm gonna tell you though what we have while we're on our way, so we don't waste time. There's really a couple of communities where you can build. Oh, maybe we should go up here. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna show you on here because it's gonna be too long of a video. So right here we have KB, right next to Nevada Trails. You can see this lot right here. It's called KB. What was it? Trails, something Trails. I forgot the name of the community. But they have the same product as Novi, but it has side yards, not backyards. They're going to be still the same price as the Novi, even though they have the side yards. Then right here, right off of Windmill, right here is Storybook. Look up Storybook. Jack Graham and Maxwell Ridge is called the community. Right there, they have these 2-story homes, similar product to the KB, and it goes anywhere between 2,100 square feet up to 2,600 square feet, 2 stories. And those are going to be about the same price too. They have some really good deals here in the Southwest. Next, there's 2 communities up north here by Summit Homes, right off of Durango and Pebble, right here. This one is called Pebble Ridge, and then there's another one. Just look up Summit Homes Jack Graham on my YouTube channel, and they'll both show up. Okay, and then that's pretty much it for this part. There's not much to see on this side. I mean, it's single-family homes. Then you have big dirt lots available, still being built. It's more, because we passed the most built out area of the Southwest, which is this main area, right? We went through it going down a rainbow, and now we're going down here to show you where they have more new construction homes on this side, just to give you a little bit more of a different feel. If you're out here in the corner of town, it's more of a mountain outskirts kind of feel when you're going down here. And you have this big street which is called Blue Diamond, again with lots of groceries and everything near you. It's not like you're far away outside from everything. You're not. I go here every morning. I have a gym that I go to right here. If you ever do CrossFit, go check them out. Straight Flush CrossFit, they're great. But going down the street over here, we're gonna get to a lot of options, and these are gonna be a little bit cheaper. Not necessarily cheaper than Novi, but it's gonna be down there. Okay, it's gonna be about the same price. I'm not sure why Novi and that area. I think the best value for the Southwest right now is this area where I mentioned right here. You're right next to Southern Highlands. You have Blue Diamond on the north side. You have the 15 freeway. Really easy access to that. And I feel like there's a lot going on here. There's a new casino going up as well. The train station, whenever they do it. And a lot of new construction going on. That is going to be a big part of town, I think. And it's gonna rise in value compared to, let's say, something on the outskirts over here, which is still nice, and I love this part of town too. It's just a different feeling. I don't think it's gonna have as much appreciation as that one, because this part is closer to everything, and prices of homes are way higher, right? Compared to Novi and all the rest of the homes out here on this side of Blue Diamond, which are about maybe 5 to 10% cheaper. So there's a little bit more upside as they build out that area. I feel like they're going to catch up to this part, like the more built out area where they built a new Costco and all that. The Durango station went up here as well. All right, so a new community coming up. It's called Triad Springs to the left. I don't have videos of those, unfortunately, because they don't have any model homes yet. But they have that here. They also have Beezer, Century Communities, Richmond. They all have these more, not necessarily lower density. It's actually, you know, medium density. A high density is considered, let's say, condos and townhomes. Medium density is considered like the 2-story single family homes with smaller lots. And then low density would be like the big ranch style homes with bigger lots, you know, like a half-acre lot or 1/3-acre lots. Over to the left. Here we go. They're building a gas station here. It's nice. But you see the feeling here. If you keep going down on this street, you'll get to Pahrump eventually. But there's a connection actually to the Red Rock Canyon. So it is actually faster to go this way if you're going to Red Rock compared to going through Summerlin. But here we go. This part, as you can see, surrounded by mountains, more on the outskirts, a little bit more of, how do you say, an outskirts suburban feel, if that makes sense. Not that the other places don't have that suburban feel, I guess, unless you're on a major street. You know, it's just very well laid out. But over here to the right, we have Richmond American Homes. They have Arborbrook and Stonehaven. These are 2-story homes, anywhere between 2,000 square feet going up to 3,300 square feet, 2-story homes. So if you want to look up Arborbrook or Stonehaven, Jack Graham, Richmond American Homes on my YouTube channel. Those videos will show up. Over here we have Century and those are going to be anywhere between 550 on the low end, but really low end, going up to around 770 on the high end for the biggest floor plans. Then over here we have Southwind. Southwind is 2-story homes by Century. I just made a video because they cut prices here recently. Oh my gosh, I gotta go take a video of this. These homes are gonna be in the 500s. 2,300 square feet, 2-story right there. And then 2,600 on this one. 3 bedrooms and a loft, and then it goes up to 4 bedrooms and a loft right here. This one has the bedroom downstairs, and then that one doesn't. Both beautiful floor plans, just a matter of what you prefer. But if you want to look at those, you want to watch the videos of those homes, search Southwind, Jack Graham, Century, it'll show up. Last but not least, as I mentioned, there's Triad Springs by Lennar, which is down here, right at the edge next to the mountains. After this, there's not much that you can build here. This is all mountains, so unless they get up there and start building up there, but I don't think so. I think that's protected land, same as the Red Rock area, BLM, so they're probably not going to build there ever. So you're going to be pretty much on the outskirts. And then there's a retention basin, water retention basin, that will definitely not be built on Durham Ranch. This is KB. Well, this was built out 2 years ago approximately, so they don't offer anything else. And this is the Triad Springs by Lennar. As you can see, they don't even have model homes yet. They just paid something here, so they're likely gonna have the model home. Maybe they'll just build this spec homes. That's like maybe like 10 lots they have here, or 20 lots max. So they'll likely not build a model home. They'll just build spec homes. But yeah, beautiful part of town. I love it personally. Let's try to give it more of a, let's go for a conclusion of what I think this neighborhood is, or who I think this neighborhood is for. And that is for families, I would say. definitely for families looking for, let's say, something close to everything. Anybody that needs something that is close to airport, strip, that's usually what, I'm not driving, by the way, guys, so it's not like I'm driving hand-free, the car's driving itself right now. But this is like more of a neighborhood for those families that need a place where it's low crime. They have pretty decent schools, as a matter of fact, and it is more of a mixed reviews that I get from the schools down here, because you could be in a zip code that has really good schools, or you could be in a zip code that has not that good schools. But there are some really good tech schools, charter schools available as an alternative if that's what you want. And these charter schools are very inexpensive. It's about the same price. It's about the same price as a public school, for example, here in the Southwest. So you could get a house pretty much anywhere, and you could have a school that is pretty much top in the city. For example, as I mentioned, the Legacy Tech School up there that we passed by. There are other ones. There's another one just north, another tech school, and just charter schools in general. And I believe it is one of the best places here in town to live because it does have a lot of growth potential. We have also a lot of amenities, as you see pretty much everywhere you live here. You have within 5 minutes, you can get to any grocery store, any restaurant that you need. You're set. Even though you're here on the outskirts, we just came from Blue Diamond. It had everything you needed. So really good as far as potential schools. As I mentioned, it's mixed. That's where we do that research up front. So when you guys are ready to buy, we get on a Zoom call with me, and we go through everything before you even come out here to Vegas to see these homes. If you're not from here, if you're from here, we still do a Zoom call. We still go through the same process, just a little bit less intense because you might already know where you want to be as far as locations. But if you're from out of town and you have no idea how the schools are, you've never lived in an area, so you're trying to figure that out, you need that help from an expert that has lived here for 15 years, for example, like myself. Someone that goes through this process with my clients all the time so that they know what they're walking into. I don't want you to sell your house in a year because you're like, Jack, I really like that house that I got on the contract, but, went to school and wasn't happy with the schools we were zoned with or whatever. Or maybe, you bought somewhere else in a different part of town and you're like, this is not what we expected. I want to sell and buy over here. I get those calls all the time because they didn't do the right research up front the first time. They're like, I'm from out of town. I'm trying to get there, and I'm just going to get the least expensive option. And they go in there uneducated and eventually end up buying the wrong product for them. I do that research up front. I make sure that my clients don't have to call me after a year or two to sell. Although it would be more beneficial to me, it is more like in the short term because I might get another sale. I'd rather have a client that is satisfied with their home and is going to remember for me getting them their dream home and then refer me out to someone else rather than having to sell their house again. But anyway, long story short to say, you got to do that research for the schools, the crime rate, all that good stuff, and then find the price range that is good for you. There's literally something for everyone here in the Southwest. So lots of family, definitely family, retirees also. Not as much here in the Southwest. I do get retirees that want to move here, but they tend to be in areas such as Henderson, where they have a lot more single-story options, or maybe northwest part of town, which is a little bit more outskirts, kind of feeling. And they have a lot of options when it comes to single stories because it's just more in demand. But that's pretty much what we have going on here in the Southwest. I hope this video was helpful to you to understand whether this was this is a good option for you. I do have other videos of Northwest, Sunstone, Sky Canyon, all those beautiful neighborhoods on my channel. So if you want to look it up, you can find them. If you can't find them, let me know. I think I'm gonna leave a folder up there. I think I have all my drive-throughs in it, like driving through the neighborhood kind of thing. So you can check out that folder. You can see all the neighborhoods that are there. So maybe there's one that you are interested in. You can get all that information. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next. Oh, let me know down in the comments. I stayed until the end. Leave a comment down there and say I stayed until the end. I just want to know how many people are crazy enough to listen to me yap for an hour about a neighborhood. I want to see if there's really that much demand for this video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.